Okay, we're doing the habanero challenge.
I'm mentally preparing myself for this. We got like a big bottle of water right there. I got my beer right here. They tell you not to go for like water or soda. I got her milk right there. Just wait for like one member in the audience to come out. Then we're gonna do it. Yo, Rico! Alright, well, this one's mine right here.
Okay, I'm not ready for this. I wanna fucking shit my pants.
Yeah, me too. Good thing we got like 2 toilets in here. 5-second rule.
Okay, are we doing the whole thing?
Well, we can take like a bite out of it.
Let's do a bite. Let's do like half.
Alright, you ready?
Ready? Cheers.
Cheers. Ready?
Oh my god, the flavor is so good.
Feel a little tingle. Damn. I need my beer already. Whoa. That's what the inside looks like. You feel it?
I think my mama could feel it. She did.
My tongue's on fire right now. Yeah, look at all the seeds in there. Look at that.
Take me.
Need some bread. Ugh.
My face is leaking.
Put that shit down. You took it like a champ.
Me mouth. How are you doing?
It's in my tongue.
Yeah. Okay. That was good. That was great.
More beer.
Yeah. I have a 7-Up and what is it called? A little.
Yeah. I'm tapping out.
It's like vodka and. Watermelon. The ticks when I'm enthralled or very excited or surprised, you know, essence of such.
My nose is running from it.
Me too. Okay. My baby. My baby.
Slim it down a little bit.
I know. He's dying. Sven, yeah. I'm gonna smoke. Holy shit. That wasn't too bad. I thought I was gonna be out for a bit. My baby. Makes the tongue feel good. Like that. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm back at it. Ugh. Wow. Mm. Ooh. Oh. I know what it is. That was fun. I'm cold. Sometimes when you're enthralled or you're very excited in the sexual quarters, so the sexual deprivation or being grotesque or like grossed out by previous sexual partners, or simply, you know, the same sort of essence when you're grossed out by a bug and you just get the heebie-jeebies and you're, you know, you don't want it to touch you and such, you know. When you do something enthralling or very, very high stimulating, where you're laughing like a little girl or something, or like you do something as such, you know, crazy things maybe to show off or whatever it is. But my show off chambers were not activated. I did not have a feeling of somebody's watching me, which is good. And if I did, I actually would not be cold right now. This, so the show off, which is not a bad thing to be, but you know, it's just a different part of the quadrant of the brain that is fired from when you do answer to this, you know, essence of somebody's watching me.
Here's the aftermath. With that habanero pepper, I gotta smoke for this one.
I know, me too.
I didn't even have my hairstyle for this.
I was like, dude, major ticks coming up.
Your lip is vibrating.
It is, yeah.
But the spice, like, it worked my tongue. It left off my lip. Maybe it's on my way down to my stomach. Luckily, we got 2 toilets in this apartment.
Thank God. That wasn't a bad challenge, though.
No, it wasn't so bad.
Could you enter a challenge?
What?
Like to eat like 5?
That's very ballsy.
I know, I'm very ballsy. Very ballsy.
I mean,
he's from Sweden.
If someone's gonna pay me for that, right on, I'll do it.
Yes, $500 reward.
Dude, perfect.
Done.
But like, who's gonna pay us to do that?
I don't know. Probably
Just say,
somebody, to be
If I
honest.
had like $500 just to throw out the window, do you really think I want to like just see two people eat off 5 habanero poppers?
You know, there are people on YouTube that do challenges. I'm sure there's somebody
Like
that's
what
doing
we
like a
just
habanero. Kind of.
Yeah.
More of the essence of like, you know, really spicy wings or food or
The ghost
whatever it is.
pepper.
Yeah, the ghost pepper. I've had ghost pepper tacos.
That's gotta be fire, like literally fire.
Literally all realms of fire. Very delicious.
Yeah, my nose is more running.
I feel good now.
Yeah,
Do you?
I do. Refreshed.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, our sinuses are fully clear
I know.
from doing that.
I feel good.
Wait, I should have her take a bite out of it.
Yeah. Get her
Dude, she'll.
nose.
Yo! She's gotta do it. Like, she could just, like, eat the one that I bit into. It's
Ooh.
still there.
So I'm noticing actually, after,
You can make some good pasta with that, too.
yeah, actually yes.
Like,
I'll put
that'll
it in
be
a
fire.
sauce. I'll put it in a red
Yeah.
sauce.
Like, I know she's gonna have the munchies when she gets up.
Yeah.
Because that was a good appetizer before.
Right.
Because you said it was lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good appetizer. And
Like,
now
I
we'll
know
go to.
she's gonna be out here wide awake, smoking a cigarette within the next hour.
Right, for sure.
Trust me, she's gonna be hungry. She has no idea, like, the food that we bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna love it.
And I bought paper plates so she doesn't have to worry about doing dishes.
Very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, fuck doing dishes. Fuck.
No shit.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, just say you have like a hard day at work, you wanna like get your hands all soft. That's where it's like beneficial.
Yeah. Okay, something's coming to my mind right now. Hold on.
Yeah, but
So this hits the
Sundowns.
psychoactive part of the mind. I noticed when you ate the pepper, your eyes, your pupils, and your
They were
eyes
dilated as well,
dilated
yeah.
and started moving. So this hits the same psychoactive essence of cigarettes,
Cocaine.
Alcohol, actually,
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah, like
So
like
I feel
cocaine, like your eyes are like super dilated.
enthralled. So I feel up, higher, you know, higher. Like I
my eyes
just,
are pretty light, and, like,
took a shot.
When you can't see the blue,
Or did-
like, that's when something's wrong.
well, yeah. I mean, I would say cocaine, but I don't. You know. It doesn't do anything to me. What that?
We didn't do any of that today.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay, if you're grossed out by cigarettes, the smell.
If you're grossed out by cigarettes, look at the chewing tobacco, the fucking dip.
Yeah.
I remember first job I ever had was with the road crew, which was like run by the town I was living in. They were like, I was a summer help. There were 2 other kids working there. Like they did this shit, but just watching them spit out was the grossest thing I've ever seen. And then they got the people who like carry the cups with them. Tell me that's gonna be nauseating.
Yes, indeed. Very nauseating.
Yeah.
Especially because you're swallowing it. I used to chew tobacco when I was younger.
But then they got like one that's like pure nicotine. That's not so bad. I did that for a bit. But like dipping, that is beyond disgusting.
Right.
That is just begging for gingivitis.
Yes.
Like anybody who does that, I hope they have a good dental plan.
If you're looking at my ears right now and you're grossed out by cigarettes, this is the same psychoactive part of alcohol and the chili that we just ate. Very interesting, isn't it?
But here, if you're grossed out by alcohol, do yourself a favor, drink a beer. Let's drink one here. It's the only thing that's clear.
Indeed. Rhyming is part of the psychoactive brain, so he's
I was once on a mission. On a cruise, I was wishing. My mom was in the kitchen, eating chicken, finger licking.
Down syndrome, autistic part of the mind. And if you shall, you will do time.
Was a lady of Totten, who was taste, good perverted and ratted. She cared not for steaks, or for pastry and cakes, but lived upon penis so gratin.
That's so funny. So you'll start to see. I am addicted to chili. Chilies.
They both cling together.
So that was, and now I can see what just the chili does to my psychoactive brain.
Well, it hasn't hit you there yet.
I usually, eat a meal and then,
I'd rather for us to get that through our stomach, we probably have to down 2 more of them.
Yeah.
That was just an introduction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I just felt the oral part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. It was quite delightful, the flavor in the beginning it's sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
It sure clears out your sinus.
Indeed.
Anybody sniffly, I totally recommend doing what we just did.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very much so. The show off. Okay.
And all we took was just 1 bite. Imagine if we ate the whole pepper.
Yeah.
You want to go for a round 2?
Okay, I will. I will if you're down.
We'll wait till everybody's awake for that one.
Yes. Okay. Show off mind. I am down because I'm down for anything. Yes.
She will be awake. So
yes.
I'll join her on that one.
Sounds good.
She'll be awake.
Yes. He's operating from a place in his mind that wants to keep the party going. And this is opposing forces to mine. But this is why we get along greatly.
I gotta be at work at 6:30 in the morning, but tomorrow I don't have to be there till 8.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm already done with my outfit. So
very cool.
my hangover will be done.
Very
So
cool.
I'm gonna sleep it off. John will feel that way till morning.
Sounds beautiful to me.
Then we'll eat it off as well.
We shall. We'll have a good meal tonight. He's great. So I have a gift of the autistic mind to translate the Down syndrome mind, which I also have, but choosing the positivity out of the psychic essence of what comes to you. Okay, mother's phone voice is coming to mind. And, okay, when you think about ears, have you been quite turned off by ears? Are you wondering why you're looking at mine? Or why you like mine? Or why you don't care that I'm smoking a cigarette, even though you don't like cigarettes? This is actually my eyes. They're my eyes. Looking at my eyes gives a sense of comfort to the Down syndrome mind due to the straightness now. I used to have a leaning right eye, and you might see it lean, but that is the psychoactive essence of the autistic mind. So, if you've seen Love on the Spectrum, Ronan and his girl, Ronan is autistic and his girl has Down syndrome. Well, they're both on the spectrum of Essence Unite, But if you can refer back to when they are driving cars, and he, in his emulance, can't really understand why she is not moving the car as such, because it's inherent. He just drives, And she's just doing her thing, but she actually doesn't mind. He minds more. He is the autistic essence of what her mind is actually saying. So that's the gifts of the Down syndrome and the autistic mind, is to, when you're with soulmate or when you are with friends, that you do quite understanding your own mind, of course. Say your brother has similar traits to Sven over here. Very much on the Down syndrome spectrum as myself, but different psychoactive quarters. And due to the essence of him working in a job that is quite grotesque, he's used to it, but he has parts that stick in his PTSD quarters. This is the ear thing. So if you have undergone surgeries on your teeth and you've been awake during amnesia, or your no or yes in oh, I see, your no or yes in a sexual state, even with a partner that is not a match with you, your grotesque chambers are going to go off, and your yes is a no, and your no is a no, but you will still say yes. And this actually stems back into sexuality. And typically, if you've been with partners, or you're thinking that you might be like you're just done with guys, or you're done with girls, or anything of the such, then that is your body, that is your Ronin, or your autistic mind speaking to your Down syndrome mind. And in the Down syndrome mind, things actually come across opposing. It's an opposing force, and this is what I've worked through with my Tourette's, is finding the most positive out of the negative, which comes from the Down syndrome mind. So for example, referring back to the Ronin and woman, she has a poker face, much like mine. You can't really tell. You'll find this in many serial killers, or anything of the sort, kind of, just the poker face. But she is actually, her mind, somewhere in her mind, she is as nervous and saying the same things as him, but you can't tell. She's just chilling, and it looks like that she's doing her thing. And his eyes, looking at her and her calmness, doesn't understand what she's actually going through in her mind. But him speaking it out is actually allowing her to understand the emulance, or the positivity of what is actually happening. Even though he might be a little frustrated or such, it's not actually frustration. And that is the Down syndrome reading his essence of, he cares about me. It's not a harsh tone. I grew up thick-skinned, molestation at age 4, and mother's boyfriend, and learning the essence of sexual abuse through mother. These are the wounds that we speak of or not, and it should be spoken about. And through psychic essence and my mother passing away, I was able to really understand. She was depressed when and I moved around and I saw her fighting, and I didn't realize, she left her boyfriend because of the molestation, and I actually did not know until most recently. And I saw them fight, and it was domestic, and that stayed in my mind, but I didn't understand why they were fighting. And I grabbed a knife, and that was the first thing I did, was grab a knife. And but I don't remember the knife. I only remember a bird on the floor. It's because I found the most beautiful thing to focus on, and that is how these PTSD quarters work. And for me, I've worked through these quarters, so medically, and so when I speak about them, it's all medical and all just part of my studies. And I hope to help people that suffer and want to understand their brain. So Sven, for example, his PTSD quarters, if you've seen another video of mine, he works in a crematory, and he, I notice when he is upset, those are the things that run through his mind, even though he's quite desensitized by the essence. Anyways, so the bird on the floor for me is the chili pepper to Sven. And the whole essence of everything that I talked about is much me, of the autistic and the Down syndrome communicating in my own mind. And I can reiterate in a medical sense because I'm just in a place where I can speak about it. And it doesn't bother me at all. Grotesque, and looking at my ears, my nose, my eyes, and my hair, my lips and my teeth, and my tattoos, and my sweater. The reason why you are looking at those things, and if you have been sexually abused or assaulted at a young age, or, at all, I've had 2 encounters in my life, both males that my mother has either married or dated, and a mother's guffaw, so a mother's laugh. It stuck in my mind for a very long time because it was such a good laugh. We all have good laughs in the family. Well, her and I. And from the belly, you just, gaha, And removing that and understanding, from my mind, and just little things. This is in the telekinesis. So if you play Scrabble or Monopoly or Life or Guess Who, and your mother is, on your team, or even not on your team, and you guys can have the greatest belly laughs together. These are the things that is what sticks in the PTSD quarters, actually. And that is actually the depths of your PTSD quarters. There's, much of my study that actually negates this essence due to the tone itself, but it actually is calibrated. So what I'm saying is, it's not actually mother's laugh, we can't blame the mother's laugh and everything in the mind. It's just knowing that that tone is actually your tone. So for example, these create barrier bonds, okay, like these. And when you have the barrier bonds, the laugh, for example, or the inside joke sticks in these barrier bonds. Very similar to Sven and seeing feet and fire. When I read him, I see feet and fire, and that's what he, that's how deep. So for example, it might be his father yelling at him. It's the same tone. So it's a tone that sticks in the mind. It's like, all of these tones. Mine is a little bit deeper than the average because I've worked through these things. So I actually have a tone deeper and higher than anyone in the world. Yes, indeed. And that is from growing up being haunted, being haunted as a young child. And I suffered with this from, things crawling up my bed and such. And I learned at a very young age that no one could help me because I could be in my own mother's bed and, I could see something from Goosebumps, like a mannequin or a doll or, what is it? A puppet climbing up my bed, real, and the covers would move and such, but that is, like I said, that is my studies. This actually, it does and doesn't exist. It just depends on how you see things. But to me, one facet of these things is just that it's all electromagnodes and your imagination coinciding. But anyways, what was I saying? My first sexual experience, I was 3, with a little girl in my closet. She was the same age as me. And so 4 with the sexual abuse, and then being sexually aware and knowing what feels good at such a young age, I was able to, I don't see it as a negative at all, it's a very much positive, you know. So I was able to learn my sexuality very young. And these are the same sexuality chambers, you know. So what I can say to you is own your sexuality, okay? All of these things that I just said, own it. Own your sexuality. You know, mothers, fathers, we all are very much not straight, I would say. Which in my studies is a different essence. It's bringing forth the divine feminine and then walking into the divine masculine. And the divine masculine is the kinetic, the acceptance quarters on both ends of all things. So if you are, for example, in the Down syndrome mind, you can speak to the, well, it does take the autistic side to really see the best in all things, but the Down syndrome essence of okay, sexual abuse, and when you hear the word dumb or smart, if it affects you greatly because of grades, or you actually feel it in your chest, then this is that's as deep as a PTSD quarter. So you don't actually have to go through sexual abuse, but the sexual abuse in itself is what bangs on the kinetic. So you can either walk through life continuing the grotesqueness of the essence, in meaning, you know, you can maybe start hoarding. I call them serial killers with a C. Usually, I'm thinking of mothers right now. Mothers have a past that we do not know of, because the Down syndrome part of the mind gives them poker face and they just start moving. And it's very prevalent in the times before us due to the essence of, you know, marital expectations of a straight couple. And even if you are straight, or you're thinking maybe that you are gay or lesbian, or I'll say bisexual or whatever it is, there is no real lenience. There is no bisexuality due to my essence and studies of soulmate. Everyone has a soulmate, so and everyone is pretty much both genders. I was actually born a hermaphrodite, you know, and I did not know this until most recently, and I literally learned by looking, you know. I was like, whoa, I was like, wow, I have two things going on there. That's dope. And since my transition, my body has, well, not so much genitally, but my body has definitely moved into the divine masculine essence. You can see in my body, it's, you know, I'm thick, you know, I like that. And, but leaning towards masculinity, of course. So my body's naturally mutating. Genitally. Very cool. And this is what I could say, you know, if you maybe if your clitoris is actually larger, you would say, than most, then this is your body naturally mutating in these PTSD quarters. And that's where we're moving into and moving from, is the ectomorphic essence of human itself. You know. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break. My mind is a little fried. And this could be a possible come down from the chili. and me speaking a truth. You know, when I dip into the psychic quarters, I tend to get pretty fatigued, which is all day, to be quite honest. And what else can I say? Decrepitness or corners on the feet, which I do not suffer from. This is more of a female essence, baned by the existence of the patriarchy. Women are not supposed to wear heels, although stepping on the toes as such, as walking around on the tip of your feet as such as heels, is actually more, it's a healthier way for posture. Heads up, that one up. You have to believe in magic, you know. Doing hair for me. Annulant receivers. Being able to micro increment and fade hair from skin to hair on top is these nuclear reactors in the mind, left to right. And so, like Jesus was a carpenter, you know, and such, working with hands, and so in my PTSD quarters, where feet and fire over here, mine used to mimic song, or if I hear a word, I still do it sometimes, all the time. But if I see anything, then I'll sing a song that kind of reminds me or has that word. Like a whole sentence will pop up, or just I'll start singing, whatever it is. This is my poker face, I suppose. That's the depths of my psychoactive quarters, is the way that I speak. Always conscious of how I've spoken, because the way that I speak is quite different. And I know this, you know, I see there's somebody behind me saying, was, somebody is, saying, this is how you speak, you know. So, and it's okay. I moved a lot, and if you've moved a lot or have an accent that you try to hide, you know, enthralling into it actually removes this voice. And the voice actually becomes narration. So therefore, 2 in 1, it also becomes movement into dance and song. So in your show-off quarters, if you were a show-off when you were young, it is actually emulant and the abuse that you went through as a young child. Wanting the attention or the attachment bond in emulant, and not receiving the same maybe sensations that you feel. So if you're a singer and, you know, your parents didn't give you quite the attention or something, or had said something that's kind of turned you off from singing or whatever, then that's and the same part of the mind, feet and fire, right there. So you can see, you know, different minds react differently depending on your brain chart, but the whole mind is ability to coincide, so you can use your whole mind. You just have to accept these things. Relationships, past relationships, you know, these usually stick in the PTSD quarters, especially if you're not with soulmate. You're supposed to be essence of celibacy. You know, that's the world. The world needs to be celibate and wait for your soul essence. But, you know, on the positive side, going through the essence of abuse or being really, really super annoyed by a smell, or just the essence of your past relationships, then this is just banging on those kinetics, really, deepening these barrier bonds, and you know, giving you more psychoactive pleasure, to be quite honest, and moving forward past and knowing that it is only you, really, is this is a real lesson, really. You know. Okay. Girl. That was good. So, if you're firing from a place where, this is called prismatic excellence, if it's just you, if you know that you don't need nobody, no mans, no womans, you can look at your past relationships as a dramatic overlay because you would learn these lessons anyways if you focus on self and believe in a higher power and believe in yourself. So, all lesson. And dramatic overlay means that literally the essence of the human that you have either dated, and mothers, listen to this if you're in a marriage, and maybe you've had thoughts like, my man's gay, I'm gay, leave. Okay, don't need to stay together for the kids, they're strong enough. You can teach them this, and let me continue inside. I'm cold.
So you get great prices on caregiving products, great guidance on how to use them, discreet delivery, and super fast shipping. Like faster than you-know-what online megastore fast. Being there for the people you love isn't always easy, but with CareWell, you've got this. Visit carewell.com for 30% off your first auto ship order. Proudly supporting the Alzheimer's Association.
Be ready for whatever life throws your way. Only Dial provides a hard-working clean, but is gentle to skin with a Skin Smart Complex and 3 moisturizers to leave your skin feeling fresh and healthy. Nothing cleans like Dial.
Don't miss our 10 years of fun celebration in Candy Crush. Top our birthday leaderboard and win tasty rewards. It's party time. Play now.
What should we do?
Go to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Hate and love are the same essence of kinetic, so they're just as strong as one another.
First month. Licensed providers, medications with free shipping. And get your smile back.
Not a bad thing to hate.
This is a Floyd bed frame. Timeless design, enduring materials.
Love yourself.
Simple to assemble, the Floyd bed frame is perfectly designed for how you live today and in the future. See our entire family of furniture at FloydHome.com.
This holiday, when you get Masterclass, you get Masterclass. So that person you know who wants to do everything, or even just that one thing.
Right here.
Well, now you know what to give them and get for yourself free Masterclass.
So, you got our first cubicle grade Reebok? Welcome to the club. These things aren't just amazing steam projects. They're full of awesome moments, like this, and this, and this. Get your first month free at trycubicle.com.
Introducing the Workday Pant 2.0. A technical 5-pocket pant designed to feel comfortable and look formal.
Okay, I'm done. Goodbye.
Available in